In this last part, we are going to learn about secure rooms. What are the secure rooms? They are places that hold one or more elements that have been defined to be protected. They are created in structure, dictionaries, secure rooms. So we have secure rooms for the interface and the web service. How do we create a secure room? First, we need to add it to a chapter, as the secure rooms are part of the dictionary. And the dictionary is organized in chapters, as we can see here. Here, we need to indicate if we want the employees to be able to access it or the external users or both. And now, here, we can define all the different permissions: reading, edition, addition, cancellation, and we need to indicate in each type of permission who are the ones that can access to it. What type of roles or employee groups are going to be added in the secure room. How to configure a secure room? Here we select the permission mode and then who and when are going to have the permission available. Permissions for employees. We select the permission: editing, reading, addition, cancellation. And here we have a configuration window where we can choose when, like the validity period. It can be permanent or calendar. If we choose calendar, then we will have to choose here the right calendar. An example for this to be useful, for example, it would be if we have a process of a Christmas promotion and we only want that process to be active between December and January, for example. Then we will need to select the dates, okay, here, and that way we will set it up. More options here. Okay, we have the application section, okay, and we have the security level that goes from 0 to 99. Level 99 equals no restrictions. Then we have the creator. The permission is applied to the creator of the element. We also have here apply to, so we can choose either a singular role or a dictionary. If we choose a singular role, then it will be fixed users. If we choose dictionary, it will be dynamic users. Okay, a role type of the term is selected from the dictionary. And the users are selected obviously in execution. And lastly, we have the operator, or at least one of the conditions must be met, and all the conditions must be met. If no parameters are defined, it means there are no restrictions. So if we choose a level of security and we add a role, and then we choose the AND operator, for example, it will mean that it has to have the level of security or higher that we have chosen here, okay, and belong to that role as well. Okay, if we select it or, then it will have to have either this or it will have to meet this condition. Here we select the permission mode and then who and when they're going to have the permissions available. Permissions for external. We can see here the same permissions and options as before. And here we just have to select one or more account profiles and one or more contact profiles. Once created, that can be used to protect libraries, classes of processes, start intermediate message events, families of records, public queries, business rules. By default, all the elements have a secure room assigned name open that has no restrictions. Let's see now how to secure rooms in libraries. If we go to the library configuration, in the grid configuration, we can indicate the secure room we want to apply. If the user has reading permission, they can read the documents. If he has edition permission, it means they can edit integrated documents directly from the library. Addition permission, they can add documents to the library. Cancellation, delete the aggregated documents from the library. The permissions of the automatically integrated files or in forms depend on the security configurations of the automation or forms. In class of processes, if we have a secure room, okay, here It doesn't mean that we can start processes or not, or modify classes or not, okay? This secure room is only to allow us monitor the process, okay? So we can monitor the process or not, depending on if we have permissions here or not. So only the users that have reading permissions in the secure room will be able to monitor the class of processes, okay? This is different, so we don't have addition or cancellation actions here. This doesn't apply. How does it work in an EM or IM events? Okay, so when we are configuring the secure room here, we can apply it so we can start a process or not, okay? We can have reading permissions. It allows to see the events in the workflow. Addition, it enables a save button, allowing us to select fields if we want to. Addition, it enables the start process button, allowing us to start processes or create messages to continue them, okay? And cancellation, it enables the delete button. In public queries, we can also apply a secure room. Reading, only the users that have reading permission in the secure room can see the public query. Addition, and cancellation actions don't apply. In business rules, we can also apply a secure room, but this time the available permission, it will only be the addition one. In families of records, it can be applied to 3 different levels. To the whole family of records, to the class level, or to one of the elements of the family of records. We select the secure room that is going to be applied to a family level. Reading. This family won't appear in the grid of families if we don't have reading permissions. Addition non-applicable. Addition, it enables the create button in the family of records grid. At class level, we have reading. Without reading permissions, the families of this class won't appear in the grid of families, neither the prefixes in the forms. And addition, without addition permissions, it won't be possible to create elements of this class. To an element level. Reading, without reading permissions, the elements won't appear. Addition, it enables the save button in the action bar. Cancellation, it enables the delete button in the action bar. Here we have a little summary. The secure room to the most restrictive level of the 3 will be the one applied. If you don't have permissions in the family, it doesn't matter that you have them in the class, because it won't work. The result of applying different permissions of the secure rooms in the families of records is the following. So for example, if we have in the reading permissions for the family, element and class, we can access everything. If we don't have permission in the family, for example, it doesn't matter if we have it in class, as it won't be able to access it. If in addition I have permission of everything, I will be able to create what I want. Let's see what happens when the elements are created automatically in a system task. As we mentioned before, we can create an element in a family through a system task. When I create the element, I can choose here a secure room. The element created will be in the secure room indicated here. What happens with the relations? As we can see above, the relation contains the information that links the makes with the car dealerships. In this scenario, we have an end-end relation. Let's go and see what happens if we have here a secure room. Only the creator. So we have the relation car dealerships makes, and here in the relation term we can select the option apply secure rooms, okay? Apply secure rooms is the normal application of secure rooms. The access to a record is regulated by them, no matter where the access is from. The application of the secure room is established both at a view level and at element search level. If we don't select it, in this case, the access to families through other will depend exclusively on the field configuration in the form. For example, if the field relation N is configured so it can be edited, it will be possible to modify it regardless of the secure rooms. The use of this key is necessary to access the system SOAP or REST web services or the customized ones that AutoQuantic provides, such as the following. To obtain the API key to access a specific SOAP or REST web service, we must create a secure room and assign the desired web service to that secure room. So we just have to create a web service, then we will get the API key. And we need to remember to edit the assignment. In this case, we have these two. Create ficha contacto and create personal role. Let's go to the application now to see some examples of all this. So we go to structure, dictionaries, secure rooms. Okay, and we have several here, and we just need to go to create secure room. Choose a chapter. Okay, remember that is in a dictionary, so it needs to be in a chapter. I'm going to choose employee and external, both, and I'm going to call it demo. Save. And now we have here all the permissions. So if we go to reading, for example, we can see the configuration window that we talked about before. Okay, we have the validity period, which I'm going to leave as it is, the clock, security level, and we have here apply to singular role or dictionary. I'm going to apply it to a singular role. So add roles, and if you see here, I have the translators one. I'm going to show you translators one, so you can see that AP 1, 2, and 3 belong to this employee group. Okay. So I'm going to select it, accept selection, and it's here now. Okay. So these employees will be the ones that will belong to the secure room now. Okay. If I chose a security level, for example, if I chose 5, okay, and an operator and, for example, this will mean that only the ones with level security 5 or higher and that belong to the role translators would have permission in this security room. Okay? If I select it or, they will have to meet this condition or the other. I'm going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to do the same with edition. Addition. And cancellation. These are for employees, remember. Save and exit. And this is for external users. So if I go to read, for example, we can see that this configuration window has different options. Some of them are different. We don't have here singular roles, okay, or dictionary. We just have allowed account profiles and allowed contact profiles. So I'm going to add a profile. For example, clients. Accept. Okay, and then contact profile. VIP clients. And save and exit. So in this case, the only ones with permissions will be the VIP clients of the client's account. So who do we have permission in this secure room? It will be the VIP clients, okay, external users, and the translators group, which are AP1, AP2, and AP3. Let's see now how the secure room works when applied to different elements. First of all, let's have a look at a class of process. So we're going to apply it to a class of process. So we go to structure, processes, and teaching translators, for example. And here we have secure room. I'm going to add the one I just created, demo. So as we have applied a secure room, now not every user can monitor this process, okay? Save and exit. Let's go as AP1 to monitor the process. And we can see the processes that are running. Okay. Now let's check AP3, for example. Remember that this AP3 belongs to the translators group as well. So as we can see, she can monitor the process. And let's see AP5, that doesn't belong to the translators group. So if we go to reports, teacher translations, and we can see that he's not allowed to access. So he cannot monitor the process. So this is how the secure rooms act in a class of processes. Okay, let's go now to apply it to the start of a process. So for example, let's go to my tasks and start a process. Okay, and we can see that we can actually start a process. Let's name it user's guide, maybe. Start process. Okay, now let's log off and log in as AP3 and try to start a process as well. Again, no problems. Okay, so we just started the process. And let's go and log in as AP1 now. And let's apply a secure room now to see what changes. So for that, we need to go to structure, processes, process, IM. So here in secure room, we're going to change open and we're just going to apply the secure room we just created, demo, and save and exit. Save and exit. So now if we go in and log off as AP3, and we go to my tasks and try to start a process, we can see that we can do it with no problems. Yeah. And this is because AP3 belongs to the translators group. If we go now as AP5, which doesn't belong to the translation group, we'll see what happens. So we go to my tasks, start process, and as we can see, the process is not here anymore. Okay, and that's because of the secure room, and we are not part of it, so we are not able to start a process. Let's go now back as AP1 and apply a secure room to a family. So we just go to structure, families of records, products family, and in here, okay, we can see the option secure room. We are just gonna click on demo and save and exit. So we are applying a secure room now to the products family of records. So if I go now to AP3, okay, family of records, and the products family, I can see that I can create an element, okay, in any of the classes. If I go as AP5 to the family of records, products, we can see that it's not here, okay, that it has disappeared because John Doe has no permissions here. Let's go back as AP1 now, products, and let's leave it as it was before and save. And now we are going to apply the secure room instead to the whole family to a class. So for that, we need to go to tree and classes, software, for example, and here we have secure room. So we will change it to demo and save and exit. So if we go back as AP3 now, families of records, products, and create, we can see that AP3 still can work with the three of them, included software. And this is because she belongs to the translators group. But if we go to AP5 instead, as he doesn't belong to the translators group, we go to families of records and products and create. We can see that we only have general and hardware. That software has disappeared because we don't have permissions. And a last possibility is to apply the secure room to an element. So let's go back here. And let's go to families of records, products, and let's say we want to apply a secure room in HP laptop. So again, I'm going to apply demo and save and exit. Okay. So if we go in as AP3, families of records, and products, create, sorry, here. Okay, we can see we can still work with it. But if we go to the AP5 installation, we'll see that he cannot access to that product, HP laptop. As you can see, it's not here. It was on top before and it has disappeared. And again, it's because he doesn't have any permissions. And with this, we have finished with this module 3. So it's your turn to proceed with the exercise. Thanks for listening.